Hey guys, welcome back to Vintage Vibes. It's about 10 o'clock on Friday night. There I go shaking you. And if you hear something squeaking, it's my chair. It's got the squeak sound to it. So, anywho, we're not gonna talk about that. But so welcome back to my channel. Welcome my new subscribers and all my crafty friends, y'all. So listen. So this is a Hobby Lobby haul. No, none of the new clearance, because they still don't have that at my Hobby Lobby. And from the looks of things, I don't even know if they're going to do that, to be honest with you. But anyway, so these items I have purchased over the last course of a month, maybe, possibly, probably a month. So it's been a minute, but I've been holding on to them in my little box. So I'm gonna go over those and show you what I got over the past few weeks, probably about a month. So I think I went back over there last week and got a couple of things, but I'm just gonna hold it out because I don't think that they're gonna get that done no time soon, because it doesn't really look like they're in no hurry to do that, because everything's nice and neat, and they literally just put those items in our store. So I don't know, but anyway, let's jump in it. Okay, so I had to get some of these ball things, and I hadn't showed them to my son Brad, because he'd be trying to take them and put them in his car. He's sitting over there on the thing.
I don't like those. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to hide these. He's gonna be like, "Ooh, I need me something made out of that, keychain or something." I already know. But anyway, so I want to say it was Michael. Now I don't know his name of his channel. I'm not real familiar with his channel that much, but I think it's with Michael, something about a planner. I'm sorry if I messed that up, Michael, if you're ever watching my videos, because I did not really pay attention, and I do that a lot of times. But he had these, and it's his fault that when I went back over there, I had to get these because they're so cute. But anyway, we all know that these are half off, because I can tell y'all at Michael's, you can't go in there and buy their beads. They're too expensive. They're way too pricey. They're really, even if you get three free, that's pretty good sometimes, depending on what you pay for the bead, because their beads have gone up. Like, they have priced them up. Okay, so these were like $4.50. No, $5, because they're $9.99. That's half. So this color gallery has been half off at our Hobby Lobby like forever. So I guess that's their new. But these are nice quality beads. Okay, and you get a bunch of them, so they're pretty. Those are really nice size. They're pretty, and you can just make about anything with these. So yeah, they're about 5/8, I guess. But anyway, but I saw them and I had to get them. Okay, so they're nice. So I got these beads now. Anyway, and then I found these, which were adorable. These are always half off. These Bead Design Company. These are those little bears, y'all. These are those acrylic bear beads, and they were $3.25. Okay, so that's not bad. And there's a ton of them in here in the colors. Okay, so those are those little beads that look like are those the gummy bears, is what I'm thinking. Yeah, those are real nice. I like those. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and, oh, well, there we go. It's down there with my other beads I dropped yesterday. I'm always dropping something. These are acrylic, and these are nice, y'all. These are nice. This is a nice size. These are about 3/4 of an inch, and the hole goes down the middle, which is always good. So we'll put them in this little jar. But you get a bunch, y'all, for $3 and something. Like, that's pretty good. Yeah, that's good. I knew I was going to use that dark or something. But anyway, so let's just make a bunch of racket. Okay, so we got those. Okay, and then I found these. Okay, these are pretty, y'all. Now, these were only $3, and look at all you get. And these are coated glass, which you can kind of feel it on there, but it's not sticky or anything, but you get a variety of sizes and colors. I mean, look at that, how pretty. And you get a bunch. Like, there's a ton of beads on this. For $3, yeah. I always try to look for the deal ones. Like, I always try to make sure that I get, like, a deal thing or whatever. Okay. And then they had these novelty large hole striped acrylic beads. I hadn't seen these at my store, and they were $2.25, which is a good deal for these. I don't know if y'all can see in this package, but I want to open it up and show it to you, because these are like, these are different. Like, these are nice. Let's see. Let me find my little tray. I'm just kind of pouring in that, and you can see the different variety that is in that. It even comes with the, I don't even know why that's in there, but you get a bunch of those. I mean, look at the pretty, look at the colors. Like, you can use those for anything. Sports theme, like just different. And that's kind of what drawed me to them. Is like school colors, maybe. If you wanted to make something with footballs or basketballs or, you know, something like that. I thought they were pretty cool. So these are called large hole striped acrylic beads. So they were $2.25. So, you know, like I said, I'm always looking for like the deal beads or whatever, you know. Something that you can use that's practical, that somebody, you know, is going to get from you. Like if you make something, I always say if you're making something to sell for your craft fair or whatever, make sure it's something that is usable for people, not something that you necessarily think is cute to go sell. Like, yeah, and they do sell eventually, but like what people are kind of drawn to or looking for, you know. So that's kind of what I like to do. All right, now these were $2.50, and they're beautiful. You could just wear that as your own bracelet, really, if you wanted to. Just make you a whole bracelet out of that. That would be pretty, you know. Or you can make earrings or just use them on dangles or whatever. I'm going to use it on some project. Yep. I'm thinking some kind of elegant looking vintage journal or something. I think that's what I'm gonna probably do with those green ones. Okay. And then they had these. Now this is over the course of going for a month ago, and then 2 or 3 times over the course of the month. Okay. So these are huge. Okay. Now these are glass beads. Okay. 14 mil. And they were $1.50 for all these beads. So you really got to go and look. Like, you just have to go and look. These are beautiful. A beautiful, like, red. Like a dark, deep red bead. Okay. Those are absolutely beautiful. And I'm trying to see how big the hole is. It might be big enough for maybe a beaded pen. I don't know. I'm hoping. Okay. And then they had like some little ones that were not quite that dark, but they were $1.25 because they were half off. And this is called dyed glass. I'm not sure what that means, but those are really pretty too. For $1.25, that's a better deal than Temu, y'all. Okay, look at that. You just got to go look, like, you know. But this is the only thing I normally, unless it has to be half off, or I would never pay that for anything. I would just walk past it and say, nope, I can't pay that. But anyway, those are pretty. Okay. And then I found these. And they happened just to be on there, and they were $1.25. Now these are like the polymer clay beads. Sometimes I'm not real drawn to those because I was always worried about them, but they feel more like an eraser type bead than a polymer clay bead. Does that make sense? That feels more like that. But I got it because it was a sports theme, and I wanted some sports themed things to hang off of a dangle. So I thought those were really good for $1.25. You get a lot, and you get like every sport basically is represented. Okay. I'm not sure. I'm not familiar. I know, call me crazy, but that's basketball, I know, and tennis and soccer and football and baseball. But I'm not sure what that yellow represents, or that. Is that like a new, I know they got like pickleball going around. I'm not sure what that is. It doesn't, I don't think that would represent golf, would it? So I don't know. Y'all let me know if you know, because I have no clue what that means. But anyway, that was a good price for that, okay? And this paper pad I've had forever. It's not doing anything like I need it to. It's acting up. Just trying to fall down on the job here. Okay, so, and then they had this little strand that were $2, $3.99. So they were like, well, they like $1.99 because they don't really charge you that extra penny or whatever. But these are like little, it says coated plated glass. And I love the colors. Like, these are different seed bead looking. They're like seed beads. But look at the colors, y'all. I mean, the colors, and you get a ton of these for $2. Like, a ton. Like, look at that. I mean, that is a ton. And even, like, you could even make, like, something with those colors right there together, too. Look how cute that is. Just so sweet. So those are those, okay. So that was pretty good for that, okay. So we'll move some of this out of the way when it starts getting too busy, okay. And then they have these, which I thought were so pretty, because I've gotten some of these like this before from Temu. The only difference is these don't have like the little pearls or whatever inside of the bell, but you can put that yourself. But these were $2, and these are coated glass. But that aqua blue color and that cream with it is so pretty. It's like a little bell type bead. But you get a ton of these on here. I mean, let's see, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 2, 24, 26, 28, 30, 36, y'all. That's pretty good for $2 or $1.99. So those are pretty. Okay. All right. And then they had, we're almost done with the beads section, I think. Yeah. Okay. And these were half off the metal gallery when I bought these. I do a lot of these little gold beads on my projects and stuff. So those were basically $1.50. So you basically are $1.49 each. So you're basically getting buy one, get one free, basically, you know, on that deal. So that was a good find, because the metal gallery, they put their stuff sometimes half off. And then the jewelry shop, they have their stuff half off. Okay. Yeah, I wrote it on there, 50 off. Now, these are like heart jump rings. I've never used a heart jump ring. I don't know if y'all can see that through there. I don't know if I want to open that up, because I don't know if that's got a zip lock. What is at the top? Nope. But anyway, it does not. But I wanted to show you what they look like. They almost look like they're wrapped or something. Do you see how that looks? Yeah, and they're pretty heavyweight too. Huh. Okay. So those are kind of cool. Even if you didn't want to use it as a jump ring, you can just use it as a charm or something. Just throw it on your project or something. I thought that was kind of cool. you know, you could dangle it off your bracelets or whatever. So that's kind of neat. I thought that was nice. Okay. All right. And then I got some more 18 karat gold plated 6mm jump rings. And they're nickel free. And you got 180 pieces. And they were like $2.25, which is pretty good. Because I go through a lot of jump rings when I'm making projects and stuff. So those were half off too. Okay, when I bought those. And then I got some more of these. These were $1.50 or $1.49. These are 4mm metallic plastic bead, but it don't really look or feel like plastic. They really are nice quality beads. So go check those, you know, because this is always half off at my Hobby Lobby. Okay, now we're going to move on from the beads because let's go. We can move on from those. I'm going to show you these really fast. Okay, so the next is some charms that I got. Let me see if I can pull them all out. Let's see. I try to put stuff in order and it's just easier to go over it or show it. Now these are really nice. They had the Hello Happy stuff on half off. And now look, $3.49, so they were like $1.75 for these. Yes. You can make these into earrings because they're already ready, basically. Okay, they're already ready, or you can use them as charms. Okay, and you get a lot, and they're already paired up too, so that's kind of nice. So you can do either or with that. Okay, so that was a good find. And then I got these different crosses, and I like these because of the different colors. Okay, and these were $3 or $2.99 basically. But it's almost like birthstones maybe, but not. Maybe. And you get 12, so that's good for those. Okay. Those were nice, and I was surprised that they had the different colors. Okay, so that would be cool to make on your bracelets or something. Okay, and and I got them with this too. You see, this was half. It was $3.25, but there is like 8 pieces, and you can kind of mix and match this if you wanted to. So you could put this with pearls or different things. Make bracelets with these. That would be pretty cool. So, or you can hang it on a dangle sideways if you wanted to. Just, you know, a bunch of things. So that was a nice find. They only had one. And then they had these hearts I have not seen. $2.25. And they say they're metal plated plastic charms, y'all. But they don't feel plastic to me. They don't feel like they're plasticky, okay? I mean, they might be. Well, now that I pull them out, they feel it. They feel like they're plasticky. But they don't look it, okay? Those are nice. And they got different colors. Let's see. They got red, white, pink, blue, black, purple. Let's see if they got green. Y'all think they got green? I don't see green. Oh, yeah, they do have green. I wonder if they got yellow. I'm not seeing yellow. I'm not seeing yellow. But they got everything else. Okay, so they do kind of have all the basic stuff. Those are nice. Those are good. Those are pretty. So you get 22 of those. Okay, so that's a pretty good deal for that. Okay. And then I needed to get these because I got my Winnie the Pooh stuff that I'm going to be working on in the future, hopefully in the near future. But, and these, okay, and I'm going to tell you why I bought these, and these are never on sale, but that's okay. Because at Michael's, you know how much they are there? $12.99. They're $6 more, which is insane to me. They're literally $12.99. Okay, so I said, I'm not paying that. But this, you know, is pretty good. That's Winnie the Pooh. And that's the characters I've been looking for. So, I got those. So, those were nice. Okay, so that's all the charm stuff. Okay, now we're going to move on from that. Okay, and then I got these colored keychains that I have not seen. I don't have any of this color in my stash. So, I wanted the teal ones. Those are pretty color. $2.79. And then they had Leanna from It's a Deal hauled these, and they were $1.99, and they're little keychains, and you get 12, and they're adorable. They're really, really cute. Okay, so you get like this one. It's like a piece of rubber. I mean, it is so cute, y'all. Look how sweet that is. You can add you some pretty bubblegum beads to that. Oh, my Lanta. That is so cute. Maybe even one of those cute little bears. Can go on there. Okay, so you get like, let's see. Okay, so let's get this little piece over here. It'll be blending in, but it's in that party favor section. But I only got one. But look how cute he is. Oh my gosh. I mean, even little kids like stuff like this, you know. You can hang them on things, like their little journals or something if you make kids stuff. That's really cute. Birthday something. Now, this is kind of thin, but, you know, you didn't really pay that much for it, so it will be fine. So, look at these cute little cupcakes. You literally get like 12 of these. Those are really cute. So if you're just doing a birthday album for somebody, these would be really cute. You know, just something fun, okay? Something fun. Because sometimes we have to make stuff for the kiddos too. See how cute that is? I always try to do that too, low budget stuff for my craft fairs for kids. They really love the magnets too. They like die for the magnets. They always want to come get the magnets, you know. And then you end up having to give them one because they like keep looking at it and they ain't got no money. So kind of I put some kid ones on there just for that, so they can get them a magnet. You know, just because. Okay, so we're gonna move on. And they had some more of those stamps. They have a lot of these. And I did find the one that says hey, hi, hello. They only had one. I love that one. And then they had another, and I already have one of these. So this is going to be put up. This is Good Vibes with the smiley face. So this one will go into my box for my 1,000 appreciation subscriber giveaway. When I get to that, that might be, I don't know. I don't worry about it, but I kind of try to get things along the way. So that's what I was talking about. So this is one of the items, because I have one of these and I only need one. I mean, you know, unless I'm going to stamp with 2 hands, I don't think I want to do that. So that one's really cute. That's cute. Okay. So they had that. I might as well leave this here because this, you know, won't blend in. Okay. And then let's talk about, let's see, some stickers that I picked up. These were the 40% off. They were not the clearance, because they haven't clearanced out anything. So those are really cute. I don't think y'all can see those. These are real summery. Just really, really cute. Kind of like a puffy feel to them. So those are nice. They have those. And then I got some 4th of July. And these are kind of nice. These are almost feel like an acrylic sticker. Like these are bow stickers. But they feel like acrylic. So these were 40 off. Okay, and then these alphabet stickers were 40% off. And they're on both sides. You get like the uppercase and the lowercase. And these were pretty. I'm going to use these on my baby album. These are 40 off. I love that rose gold type color. Those are really pretty. And I like the way those are slanting. Okay. And I've been seeing everybody haul these. They only had like 3 packs at my store. And by the time if they ever do clearance that out, it might be 2, 3, 4 weeks from now that these will be gone because they're so cute. So I just went ahead and got those for 40 off last week because I couldn't resist those summertime stickers with that the little van, the little camera. It's just, you know, it's like, don't leave me, don't leave me. So I got 2 of those, and I left one. Because I'm not stressing at all over that, that 75 off. Because if it happens, it happens, okay? I got some of these code transfer stickers. I don't have any like this. That I know of. I may have bought one a while, but I don't remember getting it. But I wanted this one, so it's really cute. And I got another one of these because I messed up one of my other keychains because I didn't take off my. Make sure you take your film off of some of those keychains. Now, I don't think this type has it on there. I've checked them, but the other ones, like the ones that don't have these ridges on them, they've got the film on them. So, make sure you check that. And then I got some of these. These are really nice. And you can do like these on anything. You don't have to use it like a wrap on this. Because my luck, if I was to get these, I would drop it and break it. So I just don't fool with glass stuff. That's just me. Because I know myself. Okay, so that's all of this, like the sticker part. Okay, and then next is the adhesive gems. Okay, now they got some pretty nice ones now out, y'all. That's 21 pieces, and those are hearts, and they're not puffy, they're like hard, but they're really pretty color. Those are pretty. Okay, and then they had some 4th of July ones. And then these were like hearts, but they got like a split in them. I don't know if y'all have seen those at your Hobby Lobby, but these are pretty. They have different colors. You get 49 pieces, and those were 40 off. So, yeah, those are nice. And then these were new, and I couldn't remember, like, these are really nice. These are like bubbly looking. Okay, and they're like, these were 40 off. And they're different sizes, but I just love the colors, y'all. They had like a purple, and they had like a pink. And then they had this pretty aqua blue. And they got some more colors, but I haven't been back over there. And quite frankly, I didn't remember. Like the last couple of times I went, I forgot which colors I had. So I'm going to have to write that down because I don't want multiples. I think I just, you know, we want the colors, but we don't want the same color. Okay, so that's what that's about. So anyway, I just got those. Okay, and then they had these die cuts, which I really didn't intend to even buy these. And they just, and of course they were 40 off. And they got all these pretty little, and I'm not going to take them out because that takes a lot of time. But they're really cute. Really, really cute. Look at all the designs in there. Yeah, this is nice. I'm kind of glad I got it, but I don't have the paper pack that goes with these. I don't have it. I don't think I have that at all. Maybe. I don't think I do, though. But they were 40 off, and you get 50 designs, 2 each of each thing. So that's a good deal for that. But I'll have to maybe go check that out. But I ain't going back over there right now. Okay, so, and then I just, you know, forgot to put that back. But anyway, I didn't put it back. Okay, and then I got this one here. The Vintage Floor. I have a big one like this. That I'm going to use on my Edith Holden journals I'm going to make this year. And this was the small one of that, because you can always like fold up the papers and And I thought I opened that up already. You can always, like, use even the smaller ones in there to do different things with it. But anyway. Yep, so I hope y'all got a nice weekend planned. We weren't really going to do much tomorrow at all. Tonight I made some shrimp and grits again for supper. They're really good. If you ever need that recipe, I surely had it. I can show it to you. It's really easy to make. Yep. I don't know if y'all are interested in the shrimp and grits recipe. But it's really good. It's really good. But anyway, so this one's a really pretty one. And it's got like a texture on the pages. I don't know if all the pages, yeah. So they're all textured like that. But this is a really, really pretty one. I'm just going to kind of turn it and flip through it so y'all can kind of see it really quick. But it's so pretty. Yeah, this one's really pretty. And it's got a lot in it. But it's kind of muted out, the color. It's kind of a muted color, but it's going to be pretty with what I'm going to do with it. Okay. But I thought it would be perfect, but it just looks old and vintagey and distressed, and so we might skip some pages, but that's really pretty. That one's real pretty. Yeah, but I got a lot of things, y'all, I'm working on. I got to get these and finish up my baby album, so I'm just going to kind of flip it through real quick. But that one's pretty. Look at that one. It's got that green in it. Yeah, but anyway, that's a nice paperback. 20 designs, 3 each. That's pretty good. And it's cardstock weight too. It's not like the paper weight. Yeah. So that's a nice paper pad. And then I got a 12 by 12. And this one was 40 off, and it's huge. And it's going to be going for the same thing. But I don't know if y'all can see all the colors, all the things. I'm just going to show you the front, because it's like, well, we're not too bad into the video. It's 32 minutes. Okay. But yeah, but this is paper. This is more of a paperweight, and I wanted it for that. But it's really pretty, y'all. It's really got some pretty pages, and this one's called Theodosia Square. But it's got all the bells and whistles in this one. I mean, it's really pretty. You can mix and match it. It's just so pretty, y'all. I mean, it's got a lot of paper, a lot of sheets. This one's really pretty. Yeah, see how pretty that one is? That one's really, really pretty. I mean, it's just got greens and just different vibes to it. Like, you could, and honestly, you could take this page right here, and you could cut this piece and use that as like a pocket. And that could be on a pocket, and this could be like a part of a page, and this could be like part of a page, or underneath this pocket. I mean, it's just, you know, a lot of different things. Like, this is just really pretty. And you can even go and take this page and cut all these little bobs and bibs and different things out of here, and you can put these on cardstock and make like journal cards and stuff with them. I mean, you know, there's all kinds of things that you can do with paper. I mean, if I could get my hands to work it as fast as I can think about it or talk about it, we would have to move. We'd have to get a bigger place to put all this stuff. That's part of my problem, is that when I get stuff made, I don't have nowhere to put it half the time. So yeah, this is a nice paper pad. Like, this is a good one to get if you're gonna get one. And there was only one, like, and the other day when I was like, I'm not gonna wait, I'm gonna go ahead and get that for the 40 off, because there was only one. And you know, they don't bring in multiples. Usually they don't at my store. But anyway, these are really, this is really, I was just trying to show y'all some of these pages. They're really nice. Really, and if, because, you know, we all don't have time to do all this stamping and doing these different things. I mean, it's like we want to, you know. I have these lofty dreams and goals and all this, but, you know, it don't get done. So I'd rather just get it and go on. You see that? So, but that's a lot of paper. That's a lot. So it's called Theodosia Square. So it's a really nice one. Okay. So let's put that up. Okay. Now, the next thing is, I showed y'all these the other day. These cute little zipper bags, and I had to put one in the giveaway box to put the little sequins in. But those were in the party section, and they are so cute. And they're sturdy, like they're not cheap filling. They're not cheap filling. So they have a lot of different kinds over there. So those are really nice. Okay, and then, let's see, we've done the stickers. Okay, and I found some fabric remnants, too. Now, this one was really cute. 97 cents, oh, 58 cents. Okay, and I seen this rooster, and that's why I had to get it. My mama was a big rooster fan, roosters and stuff. So, I don't know if that's a chicken or a rooster, but anyway, it's small. Yes, but I can use it. Okay, I can make a mug rug piece with that. Or a bunch of pieces. I mean, you can mix and match things, but that's 58 cents. It was worth that. Let's just look how sweet that is. Always go check your remnants because they have that section. That was really good to me for 58 cents, y'all. 58 cents. Then they had this pretty pattern. And it was $2.24. So, I'm not sure how much is on there, but it's a lot. It feels like it's a lot. So, we're not going to open that one. And then they had this one was, now see, that says marked price. I wonder if they made me pay the marked price instead of my price. You see, because that was hiding. You see that? Yeah, see, that should have been $1.49. I bet you I can go find my receipt, and they probably charged me the $2.99 for that because that was covered up. And I didn't even pay attention to that. But I tell you, it's a pretty piece of fabric, eh? But if I'd have noticed that, I wouldn't have paid that. I'd have made her open that up. Okay. Yeah, that wasn't even on there. I don't know who did that, but that's a beautiful piece of fabric, y'all. I mean, it's really pretty. That's a pretty piece of fabric. Yeah, we're not gonna complain too much about that, but we need to. But watch that. that's the thing. But this one's $3.14. Now I have not opened this. I have no idea what this looks like. What is on here? Obviously, but the colors are really pretty. Oh, there's butterflies. Look at that. Oh, it's a big piece too, y'all. It's a nice piece of fabric. Look at that. There's some pretty colors, pretty flowers and butterflies. That's really pretty. Oh yeah, this is real nice. This is a pretty piece of fabric. Isn't that pretty? I wonder, would that go with that? Y'all, do you think that goes with that a little bit? Maybe. I don't know. Maybe. I might go do a patchwork something with that. Maybe. I don't know. But anyway, that piece is pretty. Okay, and then just a couple more things. Yeah. Okay, so I got this tool. I'm trying to get me some better things. This is like a padded comfort handle. And I was going to see, because that one that I bought the other day, you know, when I say you buy cheap tools, I see why you buy cheap. That when you buy the cheap stuff, how it does your hands and stuff. But this one was $5.49. It's needle nose pliers and that stuff. And I like the ones that, this one has like, it doesn't have the ridges, and it does not, these do not like put marks on your jump rings and stuff, and that's why I wanted those. Yeah, and it reduces stress, so we'll see. We'll see how it does. So basically, yeah, it's showing you. Okay. So that was a nice looking pair. And then I got me another yarn guide. Y'all, I have one. I can't find it nowhere. Nowhere. Do you hear me? Nowhere. Yeah, because my finger, like, I can't do that yarn in my hands because they just don't cooperate. And I was like, got me a yarn guide to see if that's going to help or work. I hope it works. I hope it helps. But anyway, and then they had some clearance things sitting around in places. Okay, but this was something I found on the teacher aisle. It's like a little punch card reward type thing. And I was going to use these for the kids at church. You know, that'll kind of be kind of cool for them when they learn Bible verses and different things. Like I can punch it every time they learn it, and then they can get a prize for it. You know, I thought it'd be kind of cool. It kind of gives them initiative too. And they had one more pack of these, and I went ahead and picked those up because I gave away some in the giveaway. Yeah, so those are going to be nice to do. And I found this. Look how sweet. Now, there's a section in our store that has like a big clearance row right now. It's got like Winnie the Pooh blankets and pillows and all kinds of things. And they're really a lot of dirt cheap prices on things. But they had this one icy pen, and it says that it has 10 scented colors in one pen. So I wonder when you, yeah, they're scented. So when you write or draw, it must smell like it. So there's the scents if y'all want to see what they say. I love icy. I used to love ices. But I thought that was the coolest pen I'd ever seen for 69 cents. And I didn't realize that it had colors until I just read that. So that's pretty cool. Okay, and I think, oh no, this was what they had. 45 cents for this tie-dye set. And this is Michael from Michael's Planner, Paper Planner. What, I don't remember what his name of his channel is, but he's had a good idea. He said he said he's going to try to tie-dye some paper like we tie-dye with tea or coffee or avocado people use. He had a good idea with trying to do paper with these colors in here. I thought that would be pretty cool. Okay, so we're going to try it maybe one day when we get time. But for 45 cents, they were 90% off. So I thought that was pretty neat, okay, that he came up with that idea, and I thought, yeah, I have to blame that one on him too, but that's okay. But anyway, that is all of the Hobby Lobby haul that I got, y'all. So, but yeah, I had these die cuts, and I don't know, I don't think I have a paper pack. I know they have that. I think I might have a small one, but I don't know if it's like that. I'll have to go see. But I know they have like a disco, like the kit or something, maybe. Maybe. I don't know. But anyway, but that is all of that. And so we're going to finish up this video, and I'm going to say good night. But thank you for coming to my channel, hanging out with me. And I'm going to try to be working on that baby album and get that walkthrough done by sometime by next week. I should have that ready. But anyway, that's it for right now. But stay tuned for something next coming. I got a couple of items, not much, from Etsy and then the Michaels. But I'll get back on here with that, but you know, maybe in a day or two. But y'all have a nice weekend, and I love you, but God loves you more. Bye.